Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Enes Halis.
And my name is Zulfikar Nurrahim Butuanda.
First of all, we would like to thank to the judges of Indonesia Science Project Olympiad for giving us this opportunity.
We would also like to thank for our supervisor, teacher, Steviana Amalia Rati SPD and Mr. Aris Setiawan SSI, and also for the others teacher, thank you for your help and your support for this project.
We will introduce to you about our project called Nanocellulose-based Botanical Nanotechnology for Water Treatment.
The availability and quality of clean water in Indonesia are critical issues despite the country's significant water resource. From data taken from the UNSTAD, United Nations Statistic Division website in 2015, Indonesia was among the 10 water-rich countries with water availability reaching 3.9 trillion meter cubic per year, but only 17.69% could be utilized. According to the website of the PUPR Ministry, with the construction of 65 dams by 2024, it is expected that the total water surface for irrigation will increase to 465,000 hectares, or equivalent to 20% of the total rice field. However, a report on the projection of clean water availability in Indonesia by the Central Bureau of Statistics states that the availability of clean water in Indonesia in 2035 will be 181,498 cubic meter per capita per year, which is significantly reduced from the availability in 2010, which reached 265,420 cubic meter per capita per year. With projection indicating a decline in clean water availability by 2035, innovative solutions are urgently needed. The nanocellulose-based botanical nanotechnology for water treatment or NANOWA project offer a promising solution by utilizing rice straw to produce nanocellulose for water filtration. Leveraging Indonesia's abundant rice production, this initiative aims to change water quality and accessibility, ultimately contributing to the sustainable management of water resource and the maintenance of clean water supplies for the population.
The goals of our project is to help the environment and local communities in maintaining the availability of clean waters and also provide ways to handle wastewater. In an environmentally friendly way, we also want to evaluate the effectiveness of botanical nanotechnology methods for water treatment.
Next, we move on to the materials and the tools that we need for the project. For the materials, we'll need rice straw, sodium hydroxide, sodium hypochlorite, sulfuric acid, distilled water, and water samples. And this is the tools that we use for the project.
Our research has four main parts. The first one is cellulose isolation, then making nanocellulose itself, and variable control of nanocellulose concentration, and last we're applying the nanocellulose for water treatment. The first step, cellulose isolation. Blend rice straw into powder, then mix the rice straw powder with sodium hydroxide 0.5 molar and distilled water at 80 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. Then filter the suspension and rinse it with distilled water until it reaches pH 7, and then oven until it dry the suspension for 24 hours. Then after 24 hours of oven, weigh 5 grams of the dry suspension and then mix it with sodium hypochlorite and distilled water. Then add the suspension and stir it at 80 degrees Celsius until it reaches pH 7. Then centrifuge the suspension and then dry it at 60 degrees Celsius for 3 until 4 hours in the oven. And after that, crush the suspension until it became the cellulose powder. Move on to the next step is the nanocellulose synthesis. Mix cellulose powder with 45% of sulfuric acid and stir it at 45 degrees for 90 minutes. Dilute the mixture with distilled water, then precipitate it and rinse it, and then neutralize the colloidal cellulose until it reaches pH 6, and then centrifuge the mixture and check the pH. Then do the variable control of nanocellulose concentration. Prepare the nanocellulose with another concentration of 45%, 55%, and 65% of sulfuric acid. The last step is applying nanocellulose for water treatment. Firstly, we collect the water samples that we're going to use from the river, and then apply the nanocellulose on one side of the membrane paper filter and then dry it for 24 hours. Then filter the river water through the nanocellulose coated paper using a vacuum filter. Then analyze the filtered water samples without the filtered water samples.
This is the first data of result of acid concentration treatment on rice straw. Nanocellulose yield under 65% of sulfuric acid with a 20 gram of raw material can make about 7.6 gram of nanocellulose, and the 55% concentration of sulfuric acid can make about 3.8 grams of nanocellulose. And the last one, the 45% concentration of sulfuric acid can make about 2.3 grams of nanocellulose. The second data is the result of PSA characterization of particle size and size distribution. The NC1 sample with 45% concentration of sulfuric acid has an average size of 129 nanometer. The NC2 with a 55% concentration of sulfuric acid has an average size of 63 nanometer. And the last one, the NC3 with the 65% concentration of sulfuric acid has an average size of 43 nanometer. Now we will go to the third data, that is about the initial data on water turbidity level of our sample. We take our water sample from the Cisadane River, and the Cisadane River has an average measurement value of NTU that is 38.53 NTU, that is far from the environmental health standard by the Health Minister of Republic of Indonesia, that is 25 NTU. And now the last data is about the data from measurement of water turbidity after filtration. The NC1 sample with 45% concentration show that after filtration, the NTU changed into an average measurement of 26.38 NTU. The NC2 measurement of NTU also changed to an average of 21.18 NTU. And the last sample measurement of NTU also changed a lot from 38.53 NTU to an average of 19.33 NTU. Conclusion is that nanocellulose from rice straw offer a sustainable solution for water treatment. Synthesized through acid hydrolysis with varied concentration, the study demonstrated a decrease in nanocellulose yield with higher acid concentration. Characterization review nanoparticle size in sample NC2 and NC3 utilizing nanocellulose as a filter media effectively reduce Cisadane River water turbidity. With sample NC3 showing optimal result at 65% acid concentration. This highlights its potential in enhancing water quality while addressing agricultural waste. Nanocellulose present a promising avenue for eco-friendly water treatment technology.
Thanks for listening to this video and watching us for ISPO 2024. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.